Alright, hello there. Sorry for the wait. A little bit of hassle with so many windows and such. And hopefully I will struggle less than so far with Ren'Py. I want to do something different. Like the last time I did like a visual novel that was, just a visual novel, but I kind of want to do like some kind of fancy gameplay, or most likely kind of basic gameplay, but better start with something simple because the game jam is short. But yeah, stuff for the rainbow jam. Yeah, hello there. And this thing in the background is what I have so far. So it can show stuff, and it has actually at least these boxes are customized, so I have learned something new already. And also I'm struggling with the sprites at the moment. I can display this really tiny thingies. I don't know if I can programmatically scale them, but if not, then I can just stretch them in the image editor and export them like that. At least I can render this, and the back thingies would also work. Yeah, it's just all the text here is basically nonsense, because I wanted to make sure that this box is big enough for the text. So that's why the weird text. Now this is going to be a game about a ghost and a human, that kind of a story. Kinda Halloween themed in a way, I guess. Well, at least the ghost part. And I'm not entirely sure it would make kinda sense to make this a COVID lockdown kinda story, but not sure about that based on the poll I made on Mastodon. Half of the people being no, the COVID isn't even over, so no way. Well, I'll think about that later. What I want to do now is actually get the graphics going. That is what I want to do. I want this pixel art thingy done today and tomorrow. So let's see. I can probably be pretty big. It's probably fine. And I might code a little bit during this stream, but it's probably going to be a struggle based on what I have seen so far. Just getting the little character sprites cropped was googling and a half. You'd think that the crop thingy would work, but nah, that's not how it works. Yeah, this is a sketch I basically drew during the night or something. Now I want to clean it up because this should look pretty nice like this. Maybe color, but at least get the line art going. So let's start with that, and then if I have the energy, then let's struggle with the sprite thingy. I guess I could work on these two though. These are the character sprites. They are just taken from this sketch. The idea is that there will be this huge sprite seed, and then oh, like here it's defined like where it pulls the frames for the characters basically. And yeah, you can code in Python for Ren'Py, which is actually nice. I didn't realize earlier that you could actually just use Pygame even if you want. But this should be doable with the sprite manager thing. Like the idea is to like, well, kinda do something like this. Like this game will probably be weird in a way that because the the pixel art kinda scene will be always in the background more or less. Well, maybe not when there are CGs or something, but we'll see about that. But yeah, it would be nice if you could somehow just scale the image, because you could then ship like 4 times smaller pictures. Well, actually I guess 16 times smaller, because 4x4 scaling needed if you can't like upscale it here basically. But I don't know, just figuring out this, that you need to do this here was a struggle. Took like 2 hours or something. Like you'd think this, like you just use this as the frame for the sprites, but nah, it doesn't work. It will just use the original image for whatever reason. And sadly, this isn't like the most documented thing ever. Like for the basic things, the Ren'Py documentation is alright. But I guess like if I, well, just bother learning this, then I can do like gameplay kind of visual novels in the future, which will be sweet, I guess. Like Java is sweet for more complex games, but I guess like if I'm going to make these smaller games, then this will probably be the way to go. But yeah, I guess we'll work on this first. Oopsie. Kinda hard to actually tell you if I should make it wider. Maybe I should. Like this is going to be the freezer and the fridge kind of thingy. Okay, let me copy actually this here from here. So that I can get the scale right. The chair is kinda off at least, but the counter will probably be either this height or maybe a little higher. Would be more ideal to make it like even tile size, just because that's how pixel art games were usually made. So let's try that, I guess. So yeah, Ren'Py has been nice for the basic stuff, like getting the basics going is really smooth. Then like these more complicated things are quite a bit harder, I guess. It's kind of interesting because you can, like when you Google like these things, you get like a lot of people who have been basically struggling with the same thing, more or less. Then like there was like some kind of tutorial on YouTube, but like copying code from basically a tutorial, like I don't know, why doesn't it have to be like video tutorial? For coding things you would usually like text kind of tutorials, at least I would like. But maybe I'm just old school, that could also be a thing. I don't know, video tutorials are somehow... they are really slow. Slow to watch. And usually you kinda know like a lot of the things, and then it's hard to search for the actual part that you're missing. But at least there are tutorials, that is good. At least there is documentation. It could definitely be worse. Like sometimes open source has like a problem with documentation, I guess because it is boring to make. So I guess like if nothing else you can like dive into the source code. If it's open source, like that is at least good thing. Yeah, I wonder like if I should do the bright palette challenge kind of thingy that was in the game jam. Like it would kind of be doable because this pixel art thing, like I don't know about the characters, but maybe it's kind of doable. Like the biggest problem it usually tends to be that when you have like palette limitations, for example if you make an NES game, like sadly the skin tone is usually something that isn't quite there. NES kinda has like some options, but if you want to make, for example, like a dark skinned character, then you're kinda out of luck. And the bright palette, well, the main problem with that is that it is like kinda obnoxiously colorful for a game. I guess you can like you don't need to use that like the bright version of the colors, I guess. In case of the jam, like you can probably like tone them down. But it is like a different kind of challenge, so I'll try to get the outlines and such working at least, like those. Don't really care that much about the palette. Yeah, well... oh yeah, I guess. But the problem with the bright colors is that they are kind of bright. So I did make like last year, like I made pink take shape and that used the bright palette and it was a dark game. But gladly the new like equality pride flag or whatever it's called officially with brown and black. Like well, it has black and that is at least good for dark games. I guess like technically you could make like a black and white kind of game and then use like one of the pride flags that have black in them, which would be probably the asexual flag or the extended pride flag thingy. Then again, I guess it doesn't necessarily need to be black. Could be like another dark color like purple too, probably. Alright, let's see now how this is supposed to work. I guess this is supposed to work like this. Yeah, probably. Like the distance from here to the wall is 2 tiles. So then like this should be 2 tiles if it stretches to the wall. Then like this will probably need to be moved a little bit. Well, I don't know if I have like made this kind of a pixel art perspective even before, but this is like the pretty traditional, I guess. Should be fine for this kind of simple scenes at least. Like there were a lot of Super Nintendo games that used this, I guess. I guess also like some RPG Maker games. So yeah, how's it going by the way over there in the chat? Oh, here like oh, it has been surprisingly warm weather. Like it is supposed to be fall, but it's not that folly of a weather. Like it would be normally, at least in the past, it would have been pretty chilly. Actually, like over here, like me and the fellow vampire lady still went out to collect some mushrooms. And there were like surprisingly many. Like the mushrooms don't exactly like it when it becomes cold, but oh, it's not cold yet. It's like 2 days like really sunny and warm. Not funny mushrooms, no. Not funny mushrooms, like edible mushrooms. There were those Mario kind of poisonous mushrooms too, but oh, we didn't pick them up. there were like some common mushrooms, and then there was like one huge like penny bun mushroom, and that was really delicious. We made pizza out of it and it was really good. Like the mushroom guide thingy on the internet has like rating from 1 to 3 stars, and penny bun is 3 stars. It is really good. It was a huge one. And then I was like, oh, like I googled like what is the name of the mushroom, and oh, the Finnish one, Finnish name is basically like, well, a delicious mushroom, kinda. Not so like, well, a delicious bun or something maybe, but the English name is penny bun, and it is really cute name, in my opinion. So then I was like, oh, that is a cute name, so I'll just use it for the main character of this game, because the main character will be into cooking anyway, so that is just perfect. Yeah, I guess like, well, Finland is still well, not enough to not suffer too much about the heat thingies, but yeah, given how, like even this, like here, the summer has been, for some parts, like unbelievably hot. Luckily there weren't like incredible heat strokes here, but there were like a little to the south. It was way worse there. Well, yeah, I can't even imagine like how bad it is, like in like southern US or southern Europe. I think there were like news reports that there were like incredibly hot at some point in southern Europe. And yeah, I don't like heat and I don't like cold either, so I hope the weather doesn't get like too crazy in the future. But it probably will at this point, at this rate. Yeah, humid and hot is like a really bad combo, because you can't sweat efficiently. That is a nasty thing for sure. Yeah, too bad there isn't much we can do about that. And I don't think, oh, I'm kinda pessimist on this climate things as well, most other things I guess. And I'm kinda like expecting that like most of the climate change won't be reversible. Like maybe there will be enough progress to not like make the Earth like Venus or something. But yeah, I'm not too hopeful beyond that. I wish I could be, but it's kinda rough. Kinda rough how the politics and such seem to go. Oh well, such is life. Like, well, when it comes to that kind of things, I'll just try to like not think about it too much. Like it would be a different matter if I felt like I could actually do something about it. Like then it would be kind of worthwhile to worry about it. I can't even sell like a couple of copies of a game, or will even get people to download like a free game, like enough to make a difference. So then like trying to do something that will involve quite a bit more sounds like a hard thing. This thingy here, like I guess I can probably move this like this. Like this is like, if this is the wall, like that is kinda separating this whole part and the kitchen corner, like making it 3 tiles wide is quite a stretch, but maybe it will work if I just do this. Maybe like this. Oh yeah, and I have been struggling like quite a bit with the sleeping habits lately. It's nothing new though, like that tends to happen quite often. But it would be nice to be able to stream and such, so it has been a struggle in that sense. I have been trying to like kind of brute force the sleeping schedule into something more normal, but well, this stream is still kind of weird hours compared to what I usually do. Would be nice to be able to stream during times when when people in the US are awake, but no such luxury at the moment. So far I'm still wide awake, but give like a couple of hours and it might be different. Let me try to color these thingies a little bit to make this like easy to see. Something like this. Maybe this should be wider too. It might look a little funny if it's too wide. Yeah, and I have also been wondering like if I should actually just, well, more or less find a real job, because making games doesn't really pay the bills. It might for a little while longer, because I got one of my games into the upcoming Queer Halloween Stories bundle. That will hopefully help, but you can't really rely too much on these bundle things keeping you afloat. Like, so if there were like 2 bundles that made me like, well, $1,000 each basically, then it would be kinda close at least, but not exactly. Like, it would have been maybe even enough in the past, but these days, with the increased living costs, it's a rough one. And given like how hard it is to get visibility, I don't think I'm going to release games on Steam too soon. If at all, even. Like if I could make the next big thing and somehow get people to notice it, then yeah. But it's, well, I'm not optimistic at all, sadly. You know, it's kinda like, yeah, I could make the game, but it probably won't sell, so it is a big risk for likely no reward. Yeah, it is rough times to be an indie developer. I'll just color this like this for now. Looks kinda weird, but oh well. Like this is supposed to be the sink, but it's kinda weird. Maybe I should just make them like, well, look the same more or less. Oh well. I'll try to make it better later. If I can figure out like how to make like this kind of games that have actual movement and stuff with Ren'Py, then hopefully development will become a little faster. There are things that I wouldn't do with Python, like bigger games and such, like really big games, because basically like you can mess up like a Python game by typing things, and that is really scary. Yeah, Steam does still have more visibility, but yeah, the $100 fee is a rough one if you make smaller games. Like it is hard enough already with a big game to actually like sell enough to overcome that and get the money back. But with a smaller game, it's hard to even know like if you can ever get the money back, or if you will even make enough money to actually make a profit, if you only consider like that like the only loss basically. You definitely need like some kind of outside source of traffic. Like you get kinda like a little bit of traffic from Steam, but only for a really short period of time. And my experience is from 2020, and things were probably still way better back then than they are now. And with social media being in shambles, like where do you get the traffic basically? Yeah, the games media is basically like Well, they probably know that indie games are there, but the like big guys in the like games media are basically like, nah, it's not enough traffic, so I bother, unless it's like, well, a big hit game like Hollow Knight basically. It is unfortunate for sure. I have been trying to stream like indie games. Well, only queer indie games, I guess, but still, and it is the same problem. Like they're like, if you don't have the visibility, then you can stream them, but it doesn't do much for the developer, sadly. It would be awesome to have the visibility to make like all the awesome developers seen, but that's also a tricky business, sadly. So I guess like if you basically make a game and you want to market it, like you try to give keys to streamers or something and hope that they will stream it, but chances are probably kinda low with most big streamers. If like the streaming scene was like more evenly balanced, then you could have like indie streamers who get like 1,000 views or something, and that would be helpful for sure for marketing. But it's kinda like streams, they either get like 10 views or they get like a million views, more or less. Well, not exactly million views, more like 200k or, but then like the top tier is like millions, I guess. But there isn't really like a stopgap for only like 1,000 or so views. At least like I don't see them on YouTube, or maybe YouTube just doesn't recommend them to anybody. Unfortunately. The other thing is that YouTube kinda encourages you to basically focus on one thing more or less. Like you can do like, well, basically pick like some game and then like you do like challenge runs and whatever of that for like a couple of years basically. YouTube will like that, but when it comes to like covering like one indie game for one stream, then YouTube will be like, how is this supposed to work? Like how can I find the viewers for this when I don't have the data? Well, that actually brings to mind like there was like a video with people from YouTube, so basically interviewing like each other more or less, like the developers working on YouTube, the website. And it was about like YouTube Shorts, like how does the YouTube Shorts algorithm work and stuff like that. Well, the short story is that it will just show the short to random people, and if those random people don't like it, well, too bad, then nobody will see the short anymore. Which, well, it is good for like things that try to actually go viral, I guess, but if you try to make niche content like indie games or queer matters or such, obviously that will completely fail then, because the algorithm will show it to random people, and well, random people are usually the majority and not the minority you're targeting. Yeah. It was kind of like, well, watching the video and be like, oh, it does exactly what I thought, and it doesn't work exactly for the reason that I thought. And the YouTube guys being like all smug, like, oh, this is like a great algorithm basically. Not exactly smug, I guess, but kinda. They sounded pretty pleased about themselves. But I'm not too pleased about the algorithm. If it were better, I would maybe give Shorts like another go, but it's kinda hopeless. Like in the beginning when I was still like starting on YouTube, like then I played well-known games like The Sims. That did get like a lot of views on Shorts because it is mainstream stuff. But no such luxury with indie games, sadly. And well, yeah, I'm kinda lost about a lot of things about like how to do these publicity things and such. Like indie games, like how do you market them anymore? And streams, like I don't know, I haven't gotten like any subscribers in a month or so, and I kinda doubt I will get too much at this rate. But yeah, maybe I have been slacking up a little bit because the sleeping habits and such. Although if I got paid, like then it would be like different matter. Then I could be like, yes, sure, I failed at this job, so then I don't deserve to get paid that much, basically. But when you're working for free, then it's kinda murky situation. Well, I guess like if I wanted to frame it different, like then I could basically say that I have insomnia or something. And then I could kinda use it as an excuse like, well, I'm struggling because I have that. Maybe I'm kinda struggling because of that, but what can you do? I think it's better to just think that, oh, that's just how it is and I'll make the best of it. Well, like in like normal context of like working a day job and stuff. Like if you can't sleep normally, like go to bed like normally and then wake up normally, most likely, well, the doctor will say that you have insomnia or something. Though, well, I don't know though. But there is also the thing that some people just are worse at falling asleep. Or like fall asleep later and will wake up later. It's just that the society isn't designed for those people. Well, and then there are people like me who just who are all over the place in terms of when they sleep. Well, I don't know what there is that I can do about it. That's kind of the reason why I would really like to be like an indie developer. Like one of the reasons, because it is healthier for me, because then I can actually sleep enough, even if it means that I'm like half of the month I'm wake up at night, but still I do get enough sleep. It's kind of hard to like say that it is like insomnia, because insomnia is like lack of, like, well, not being able to sleep enough, I would imagine. But my problem isn't really like that I can't sleep enough, it's just that, well, the way I sleep doesn't make sense. Like it just keeps shifting and shifting. Yeah, I guess it depends like how severe it is. I would imagine that if you have insomnia, then at some point you will fall asleep. It just might take time. But surely you can. At least I hope you can sleep eventually. Otherwise it will be a tough one. The scale of this thing is kinda weird compared to the character. Maybe it isn't that weird. Okay, maybe it isn't that weird. The fridge is maybe small, but it's fine still. Sadly, like, it is surprisingly common to have issues with sleep these days. Like, stress definitely doesn't help with sleeping. And sadly, there are a lot of reasons to be stressed these days. Be it work or life or whatever. Like, you can... Well, there are definitely enough things to worry about, like war and climate change and politics and everything. And even then, like, well, just like, well, being a part of the society, like that enough can be stressful. Like expectations and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know how these things work and how to exactly deal with them. My solution is just to, well, if I don't feel sleepy, then I'll be awake and do something. Hi there. And eventually I will fall asleep. And that is kinda what I do. But no such luxury if you work like a day job or such. Yeah, that can also be a thing, yeah. Yeah, sadly I don't have like too much experience with people with chronic illnesses. Would be nice to be more knowledgeable about that. Could even put like that kind of characters into my games then. Well, maybe one day I will have the time to research it enough to be able to do something like that. Oh yeah, talking about that, like this game will actually like low-key have a disabled character, like a disabled romance interest. But it will be kinda weird. Because this is a ghost story. I tried to Google like tips such. I guess it's not really like a big spoiler, so I guess I can say it because why not? Basically, like, well, like in this game, like, well, the romance interest is the ghost basically. And but there are multiple different kind of ghosts, well, in fiction and stuff. And the ghost in this game is like the kind of ghost that, well, the name is poltergeist, like a kind of ghost that can move things. And like she's invisible and like she can't speak basically, like that is the gist. So like you move into a house with like an invisible ghost who can't speak, like that kind of a story. Yeah, I don't even know like where I would have to start. Where I would start if I had to like ask questions about chronic illness. Like I don't even know like the variety of chronic illnesses is pretty high, I would guess. And I don't even like know like what is like the exact criteria, like when it's called like, or like what is illness enough and like what is chronic enough basically. So it's kinda hard to ask questions even. I'm probably better off just, well, searching the internet first, so that I have like some frame of reference that I can even, well, so that I can actually ask questions that are helpful to me. Like, is like diabetes basically a chronic illness? Like, I think it can basically be cured in some cases with the right kind of lifestyle, for example. But so it is tough because these days, well, healthy food and such is really expensive and stuff. Oh, I see. Like in theory, maybe you could cure it, but in practice, it is difficult. Yeah, like I have seen documentaries where they said that basically the cure is to lose weight. But that is easier said than done. I would like to lose weight too, but although it would take more than what I'm capable of doing right now. Like, yeah, if I could buy like an infinite amount of vegetables, then yeah. I did like like sketch the room on my tablet, and now I shrunk it then, and now I'm like making it pixel art kinda thingy, so that I can put it into the game. Let me actually see. Probably like this. Let me put it into the game so I can show. So I want the game to look like this, like during the dialogue you will have this like typical visual novel kind of thingy. Then like out of dialogue, like you will be able to walk the map and like interact with thingies, and interacting with thingies will bring like more dialogue depending on like what you do. That is the plan, because I want to learn to make like kinda Yeah, kinda like that, I guess. But like in way smaller scale. Because I want to learn to make like games in Ren'Py that have like this, like some kind of gameplay element, because then I can basically just do this kind of thingy, and it will be good for small games. Like maybe for bigger games with like really big game mechanics, then Ren'Py won't be the right tool. But for these smaller games, it's probably the right tool. So that's why I want to learn to do it. Because getting started with it is way easier than coding your own things. Even though coding pixel art thing isn't that hard. Like if you go to the lowest possible level, like you can code things with Pygame, which is like a complete game framework, more or less. You can do quite a lot with it. It's just that the documentation is kinda sparse on the lower level interactions, so it's a little rough. But technically you can do quite a bit with it, it seems. Like I didn't know that it can do that much, but since the last visual novel I made, I have been researching a little bit. Like how am I supposed to make like this kind of game? Basically. Like in the past I have been coding things myself in Java. And well, it is smooth in its own way, because I'm a decent coder. But the problem kinda is that in a way Java is supposed to be like a portable framework, kinda. But in a way it's a little cumbersome, sadly. But the thing I like about Java is that it is easy to write robust software. And the thing I don't like about Python is that it's kinda more difficult to write robust software. Like you basically need to unit test like everything if you want to be sure that things you make are like stable, because like one typo can break everything and you will only figure it out when you run the game and like hit the specific point of code. In like this kind of smaller games, it doesn't matter, because well, you won't have like that one game mechanic more or less. So running the game once will pretty much make sure that it works. But if you had like some kind of big game mechanic, like a complex system, then it gets more complicated. But it should be fine for this kind of games. So I think this is the way to go. Learn how to do this and then just keep doing this with like different kind of like game mechanics. And well, sometimes I guess without any game mechanics, like it depends. Sometimes you just don't need game mechanics, but I do like them, and I like coding, so like if I have like game mechanic in mind, that it would be nice if I have like a framework that I can easily use to just code it. Like it is at least one way to differentiate my games from other games. Or better or worse. Like I kind of feel that sometimes my my innovations are a little bit too much out there. But I think I have gotten like a little more grounded in terms of what kind of mechanics I do at least. It's not as wacky as it used to be. In a way I guess though that Rosy replica was actually kinda right in some ways, because it didn't try to do too much. Just that, well, the mechanics weren't marketable exactly, and the graphics weren't marketable. And then there is the whole like indie games marketing thing in general. And yeah, kinda sucks that I don't even know like what I'm supposed to think about like each game I make. Yeah, that's kinda like what I felt when I started to make games. Like VR games. Like I was thinking like, oh, to be honest, like I don't actually like visual novels that much. Like I have found more joy in them than I expected. But the truth is that I kinda like games that have something more. Like it doesn't need to be more, like too much more, but something. Like something that gives you, like if you get bored of reading basically. But lately I have kind of been enjoying the pure kind of visual novels too, that I have been streaming. But there could definitely be other kind of games too. Yeah, there are definitely cases where I feel that some of the text has been kinda filler. But it depends. Like it's also sometimes hard to judge the games based on just that. Like there are like different audiences and like different people, like different kind of pacings. Like sometimes, well, the way the developer makes the game just isn't like your thing. But yeah, it would definitely be nice to have like at least like a little bit of other games. Like let's say that, well, like for example, like if you had like a queer game that had like the Sims kind of feel to it, like that would be like a bridge for a lot of people to try out like indie queer games then. Because they know that, oh, I know the Sims, I'll give this a try because it's the same kind of game. And like for pure visual novels, Like maybe there are some games that are kinda there. Like there are AAA visual novels too, basically, so... And then there are like games that have like a visual novel element, like I guess Fire Emblem kind of games, for example. So it's not like people can't like jump into visual novels from AAA games, but still... Still more variety would definitely not be a bad thing. I don't know, like, like how difficult it would be to find an editor, but my mindset of making games is kind of weird. Like apart from the Yuri Jam game plans that I will announce at some point, like I have been just making games solo. It feels kinda like... But if I only made 3 games and I didn't want to make a living, then I could probably find somebody. But it's kinda like if you're trying to make money of the game, but you're not making actually money, then it's like, well, I should pay like the editor like real money, but you don't have the money, so then it's like only option is that you learn to be the editor yourself. Yeah, I guess that is like visual novels, because they are like... Well, the story is the biggest focus of the game, and it's like the way to make it like your like baby kind of a project. Like the path to that is pretty straightforward. With different kind of games, it's a little bit more complicated. But it's not like you can make like, for example, like... Well, RPGs would definitely also be like the kind of genre that would have that. Kinda the same kind of thing. But I guess like... in the end you can get passionate about like any kind of project, I guess. But when there is a story, then like it is easy to see like how to get like super passionate. Yeah, I do appreciate mechanics. Like I saw some of your like like gifs on Mastodon, and I like the mechanics. Seem pretty neat. And there's definitely room for that. Given like there is a ton of storytelling already going on in visual novels and stuff. So there are also like different types of storytelling that like it doesn't need to be text. Like last year for this same jam, like Rainbow Jam, I made like a Metroidvania kind of game that kinda had storytelling, but it was like non-textual storytelling. But it is kinda, well, in my usual way, like it was kinda too cryptic for its own good. But I guess like in a way, like environmental storytelling is kinda supposed to be cryptic in a way. At least in my mind, like maybe it doesn't need to be, but I do like it. It's kinda probably doesn't resonate too well with queer people. At least like what I have seen so far based on that. Like it seems that queer people like really clear narratives that are like like easy to get when you play it. So I have been kinda trying to do that more, like I do like the Hollow Knight kinda storytelling where the game doesn't tell like most of things like what does this and this lore mean basically, and like like you're left guessing, and at the end you kinda figure out like, well, I wasn't the king and I wasn't the knight exactly, but I kinda know what this story is trying to tell, but I'm not exactly sure about the details, like that kind of like soft world building. I do like that. I have yet to figure out like how to do it in a way that other people will like it. I would imagine that like there are definitely people who would like different kind of storytelling, and there are definitely people who like mechanics, plain and simple, without like too much story. Oh yeah, and like talking about that, like the thing that I really struggle with is combining like visual novel kind of storytelling with like actual mechanics. Like making the kind of game that only has like environmental storytelling, like from development point of view, that is like simple. When you add the visual novel kind of storytelling, then it becomes complicated because the the pacing of the games, like the mechanics, tends to be really different. Oh yeah, I did stream a time spinner, and it was nice in its own way. Kinda disagreed with the leveling up mechanics, but mainly because I always get lost in Metroidvanias, and I did get lost in that game for several times, and because of that, like well, I kept killing like monsters over and over and become like way too overpowered for the game. Like that part, so I didn't exactly hate it. It was fun to like two-shot the bosses, basically. But I kinda like the Hollow Knight kinda combat experience more, but I did like the narrative in Time Spinner. That was definitely nice. Wouldn't mind more games like that. Didn't actually show like like all the queer quests on the stream because I didn't know them. And I 100% did the game off stream, and there were actually like a couple more queer things still in a reserve. Yeah, when I was considering like whether I should buy it, I went to the went to Steam and was like read the reviews. There were like people who were like, oh, it was a good game until like the woke bullshit basically started to happen, and I was like, okay, well, this is definitely a good game then. Like, well, when that kind of people get upset, you know that the pure narrative is there. Not sure how to draw the chair, but although I'll figure it out later. Like maybe kinda how the NES game in the works that will hopefully be a Metroidvania with less cryptic story than the Pink Takes Ape. The downfall of Pink Takes Ape is that it is too cryptic. I don't know like what the lore of the game is, but pretty much nobody else knows. It's kind of the purpose, like you like the point of the game is that like you figure out what you are, for better or worse. In reality, like the way I intended the lore, like it is actually like a spin-off of Roasted Replica in a really weird way. You know, like in Roasted Replica, there is also this pink character. And like there are like some like game poses like some theories like where did she come and stuff like that, but doesn't exactly answer that because it doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, I guess like in some case. Indie games and queer games are pretty good at at like doing something different every time. in AAA, it's kinda spotty at times. Like, you know, like the the end kinda Second World War shooter and stuff like that. I think I should stream at some point, like the second butterfly soup. Kinda curious, like how it does this thing. Like, does it manage to be fresh? I would imagine it probably does. It doesn't have as many readings on it as the first one, but maybe that's just because of time and like because it's harder to get seen these days. But I would expect that it is good, so I kind of want to play it. But I also want to play like a lot of other games. Like I had bought this one game of Steam sale, but I don't remember the name. Some kind of yuri, probably visual novel with underwater theme and girls in bikini. Sometimes also like being like taking the traditional approach can be good. Like you can have your own take on the retro kind of games. And well, basically like pretty much like every platformer game, for example, is more or less the same as the other like ones made before, because there's only so much you can do. I like the core of things. Well, the core concept is well what it is in each genre. But indie games tend to be good at taking taking a different take on a genre. Like for example, like something like Baba Is You, the really tricky puzzle game. But that is just Sokuban basically. But it is different for sure. Like sometimes even just like a simple thing can be new. Like let's say that like you wanna make like Lord of the Ring kind of game. Like well, Lord of the Rings is infamous for basically have no women in it. Like there are like something like 2 women or something that are kinda important. And then they kinda get thrown under the bus. Still. So like you can make it different. Well, basically it's the same kind of fantasy game, but include like more diverse characters, stuff like that. There will definitely be like an audience then. Like doesn't need to be anything too complicated always. Sometimes like you can be too tricky for your own good, as I have seen myself. done the mistakes myself. Sometimes like something really simple is actually the best. Like take Tetris for example. Well, back in the day it wasn't exactly simple. Back in those days, like the NES days, coding anything was kinda tricky. Yeah, I wish I could do that too. Sometimes I feel that maybe I'm kinda on the right track, but it's so hard to tell. It's hard when you basically like my games kinda have constraints that make it difficult sometimes. Like I do want the queer narrative, and then I want like games that don't have violence, for example. And those constraints, well, they can bring something new, but sometimes it is tricky. Like sometimes you wish that you could just like make the game where you bonk everything with a sword. Because that's how things have been done traditionally. And like there is an easy formula for that. But not super easy in all cases, like sometimes well, the details are still complicated. Yeah, jam games can be really good for that. Like scoping is definitely like one of the most important things in game jams. If you nail that, you will get something made at least. But if you don't, then chances are that things don't go too well. My experience kinda is that jam games are kinda best planned so that you have like some kind of minimum viable product that is really simple. And then you have like a huge list of like extra things that you can add on top of that. And well, this game isn't exactly the best example of that. But it's mostly that I've been slacking off a little bit on the design department. So I don't know like all the details like how this will go. But hopefully just moving around will be simple enough. Like if nothing else, I can make this so that well, this game would be like a linear game. And you need to just find the right thing to use basically to progress the story, like that is. I guess kinda the minimal product. Then I can make it more complex if I have time. Like have like alternate ways to like learn about the ghost and stuff like that. Have like alternative ways to befriend the ghost. Yeah, like even if the code isn't the cleanest, like... Well, cleaning up code isn't that hard usually. Yes, it kinda depends. But jams usually aren't that big that the code base will be like completely beyond hope. And if it is, like, well, you know how to do it at least. Like I have kinda done jams too, like in the way that I develop like some kind of like tech during the jam, and then figure out like, yeah, I can use this in the next thing I'm trying. Yeah, I guess like putting like all the extra thing in the next game is also a good way to go about it. Like it's tempting to make like try to make big games, because that's kind of how you make money. I don't think apart from the from the games in the bundles, like Queer Games bundle and such, I guess I can actually look. Let me see. Like how much I have actually made of like any game, but I don't think it's much from the free games. How can I even see that? Maybe it's in analytics, I guess. Rain and Sky is actually surprisingly much like Rain and Sky is like $80 total made out of that game. Like some of the games, like my patrons have basically been throwing money at them, but beyond that they are kinda sitting at zero, more or less. I guess Rain and Sky is like like old enough to have benefited from things being easier. Yeah, it's it is pretty hard to make money out of free games. And it is hard to like sell free games. So if you try to make money out of games, then you're like super tempted usually to make something big, which can be counterproductive in the beginning. Like for example, when I made Rosy Replica, like it would have been probably like way smarter to actually just like ditch like all the like alternative routes and just make it more or less linear. Like the game has like 6 or 7 different ways to go through one of the chapters. Well, I do know a couple of people who have like 100%ed it, but Most people only play it once, so it's kinda... It was kinda more inefficient than I was hoping back then. And yeah, that game took like way, way too long to make for its own good. Well, that's how things sometimes are. Like you learn from mistakes and stuff like that. Or at least I try. I'm sure I could learn a little more, but easy does it, I guess. Like in retrospective, though I guess it's kinda hard to be like too retrospective. And it's probably not like... Well, maybe I shouldn't like bother too much. Like it's not healthy to... Well, basically I think like how much better things would be if thing A or B or C. It's kinda the downside of video games bundle that it is really big. But the plus side is that it makes like 10x the money you will make like normally out of free games. Or well, even normal like anything you put on it. At least like that is my experience. I don't know like if players exactly expect too much, just that it is too hard to get seen. Like most of the things I have made, like players have been surprisingly positive about them. Just need to, I guess, like be like pretty clear about like the game on the game page. Like make sure that people don't get wrong expectations. At least in my experience, then it's fine enough. But it's more like there is so much stuff that it's hard to get seen. But that is also a thing, I guess. Yes, but... Yeah, I guess. Well, my take at at least is that it's more of the visibility problem. Yeah, that or like like lately, you know, like there have been these videos basically made by AI or like games that are basically just AI nonsense. It kinda like those bug me kinda a lot, that people are watching those and finding them like better than what normal people make. Like, yeah, sometimes it is fun to watch like Biden and Trump play Minecraft or something, but it kind of feels that, I don't know, it feels that it is easier to success with that formula than it is the success by doing honest work. At times at least. Some things you can't compare, I guess. Like sometimes, I guess it is fine if something that is really simple hits the headlines too. Yeah, I guess like there is probably some kind of mechanic. And there is demand, I guess. So I don't want to be too salty about it. But I still kinda am. Yeah, it is just like... Yeah, I know that I do like complain a lot about the algorithms, but coming up with solutions that actually work is surprisingly difficult. Sometimes you kind of wonder though, like why they don't do certain things. Like on YouTube, there is something like if you live in the US or the UK or something like that, like you can fill some kind of like questionnaire, like do you belong to this or this group or something like that, and supposedly YouTube would probably then also your videos to right kind of people. Like you could go like, yeah, I belong to the LGBTQ minority, and then YouTube would like take note of that. But outside of those two countries, that thing doesn't exist, it seems. You think though that, well, Europe has these fancy laws about protecting people and their privacy, but surely you can't just throw the questioner out there like, well, you can answer this if you want, but, well, obviously we are going to know then. I would gladly tag myself as the LGBTQ because, well, every stream kinda has that anyway. But I doubt YouTube is smart enough to realize it. Probably haven't heard about that game. Let me make myself a note. So I will remember. If I can. Oh well, I will. It will be in the chat, so I can check from there, I guess. Doesn't ring a bell. Could I do this with this rainbow palette somehow? Yeah, have a good night. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Glad you had fun, and thank you for the comments. Can I like somehow stretch this? Oh, not really. Yeah, this is the palette that I used for pink text shape. If I can somehow use this, then I would kind of get like, oh, extra points from the jam. But this palette is kinda tricky. Like orange is bearable, but red is kinda harsh. I would probably have to change the palette to like add more, add brighter colors. So I guess this game could also like use a darker palette like nothing, because it is a ghost theme game, so it's not out of question. It is kinda dark palette because pink text shape is pretty dark. Also, it is kinda dark because the brightest possible colors kinda hurt your eyes. Let me see. Maybe there is a way to make this work, but it will be colorful for sure. Oh yeah, another problem with this bright color palette is that Some of these colors aren't like colorblind friendly. So red and green notably. But there are probably others too. Oh, that is also really dark. Like the brown is kinda hard to use at all. Yep, that is kind of an eyesore. Well, I'll just try something and then maybe edit the palette if I have to. See? Orange is probably the best color out of this palette, like it is bearable actually. Something like this, I guess. The floor, that is the X color too. Well, I guess great then. Walls could be pink, like why not go for the extra girly kind of room. See? Or something like that, I guess. Any other things I could rant about? Like I pretty much came here with like no plan at all. And that usually doesn't go too well because I'm not exactly the master of small talk, but somehow, well, I have kind of been talkative at least. No idea really. Well, I guess though, like, I'm not sure yet like how many streams I will do about this, but probably at least like a couple. Kinda depends on how this goes. like how much progress there is. I definitely do more development streams though. Like, these are fun, but I don't know. Maybe it's something like after a while, like it kinda starts to feel like you know, there has basically been like no progress since the last stream, so it's like well, how can I do the next stream then? Kinda thing. Like pressure, I guess, so that is the word more or less. It's kinda tricky sometimes because of that. In a way, like pressure is like your worst enemy when you win a lot of things, I guess. In game development, at least for sure, like pressure can be something that like just outright like ruins projects, for example. Yeah, I didn't think I could do this either. Like for a good while, I didn't even think that I could stream like publicly at all. I actually like started by streaming like over a year or something to my patrons. So a couple of people only. But somehow it just grew on me and kind of felt that, oh, maybe I actually can do this. And in the end, like this, like it's not too different from streaming to my patrons only. Like it's not like I get like thousands of viewers like the big VTubers. Also, I don't even like look at the view count or anything. I basically just assume that it is 0 or a couple of people. Like that tends to help with the pressure. And during the stream, you don't have that much time to really consider the pressure. For me, it is more like the pressure is something that happens like outside of the streams, and it happens like in the bigger picture, kinda. I don't really know like how to put it in the words exactly. I don't know, like like streaming. Streaming somehow just feels different. Like the pressure mostly comes with the game development thing. Like, I'm supposed to be further ahead than I am, and that kind of things. Like streaming, it's kind of like well, whatever. Like, like I'm still like nobody in terms of audience and stuff like that. Like I have a tiny audience, so it doesn't really matter like if I mess up and stuff like that. And I'm not like a pro or anything, but in terms of like making games, it's like I should be able to do this because I've done this longer, that kind of a thing. And I shouldn't like crumble under the pressure because this is something that I'm supposed to enjoy. I guess it could possibly be because basically like, well, making games is kinda bound to like whether I will be able to pay the bills. And streaming is like, it is the long con. Like it will hopefully be useful at some point, but I don't expect it to be helpful in like next 3 years or something. So if I don't do well in game development, like if I struggle there, then it's kind of like the feeling like, well, I'll be doomed because of this now. Like that kind of a thing. It's kinda annoying because it is in a way like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like if you start to like well, crumble under the pressure, you will pretty much then will like fail, and the looming failure will make you crumble even more. It's really annoying, but I don't know like what to do about it. Yeah, I do appreciate the thing that it is like easy to follow the chat. Like there are ways to probably like live with the faster chat too that the bigger VTubers have. Like you can basically just like go take a look and like pick something you happen to see. But you probably won't be able to pick up like anything like in depth. It might be kind of annoying. Like at that point it kind of sucks that like people need to send you like super chats or something if they want you to actually like notice or like discuss something more complex. Like faster chat is still good for like things like when you play Hollow Knight and you forget to equip the charms and the chat will spam like equip charms, like that kind of things. Like that will work, but like more complex interactions like giving the streamer like information about lore or something like that, for example. Like that is trickier. But it is like a worthy sacrifice if it means that you have the visibility to then like well like in my case it would be spreading the gay agenda and spreading like news about video games and such. Yeah, it would honestly be easier if making games were only a hobby to me too. But then there would be the problem, like, would I have time to actually do it? I have actually been in talks with some people, like, whether I could find like a real job. But not that making games isn't a real job, but a job that actually pays the bills. I'm not too fond of the idea because I would like to make video games, but well, it kind of feels that finding a job is like a mandatory requirement of that at this point. Like you can only do so much if you don't have any money, basically. I got the feeling that this basically is going to be a brown game at this point. Because brown is the only useful color of the palette, more or less. I should probably try to use the other colors somehow. Otherwise this won't go too well. Yeah, I'm not really making a living either. Like, I used to do like side jobs to like pay the bills for the part that didn't work for indie games. But lately, like the usual side job places haven't been like in the best shape ever, exactly. And finding like new side job places is also kinda tricky in this climate. So I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. I guess I could just basically well, tell the government that alright, I'm going to be unemployed from now on. Like that might be what I have to do. Then like if I find a job, then in a way it is a good thing. Like yeah, I probably won't be able to make queer games too much, but well, they would have to actually pay me like real money. And the way I live, like my living expenses are kind of minimal. I could work like a year or two and then like make games on evenings if I can. And then like, well, kinda retire from like normal work for a couple of years to make indie games again. And that's kinda how I started indie game thingies anyway. Like I had like the the boring coding job, and then I was like, Papa always wanted to make indie games, so I'll give it a try because I have money. Wow, it is tricky. Most of the indie game attempts are failure anyway, so I don't like. I try to not be too harsh on myself, but sometimes it is hard. Like sometimes you have these questions like, if I had made this differently, or if I had released earlier or stuff like that. But that is a lot of ifs. Yeah. Maybe I should give her like some of the tables, like tablecloths or something. Then it would be less brown at least. Let's try that, I guess. Do the color palette. No, why not? That's how my desk is too. At least I'll try like how it looks. I'll do this on a different layer so I can hide it if it looks weird. Kinda makes me think of Christmas though, like this color. It's not the worst, but kinda weird. A mousepad would also be like a nice idea, I guess. How to move this box a little bit, but well, why not? But yeah, this is kinda. It's not like it doesn't work, but it is a little weird. Well, let's try a different one. Could try that, I guess. It's just more that the whole tablecloth idea, I'm not entirely sold on it, but I'll try it here. Like this would be... This would be something that would have it like normally. No, it's also weird, weird if you make it that long, because then it will look like it is just a box. Maybe like this. Maybe, but the Pride palette. The Pride palette is a struggle. Oh well. Oh well, I'll think about it later. Maybe I can make some kind of a pattern or something. Make it like pink or something, but oh well. It is what it is. Oh, it's not like this couldn't be a Christmas themed game too, but probably not. The colors would be pretty Christmassy though. No doubt about that. Let's see though how it how it looks in game. One away though. I wish there were like a way to scale this in game. There might be, because you can use Pygame. It would save a lot of space, but I don't know if space matters these days. With download speeds and everything, disk sizes. It's not awful, I guess. It is really colorful, but it's not exactly awful. Yeah, the characters are tiny because I would have to resize the sprite sheet too. I got the feeling that this might be doable with the Pride palette. Like, this character is kinda there already. Well, she will be just white, so that is perfect. Oh, I guess I'll toy with these a little more at least. Maybe try to poke Ren'Py to see if I can make this move somehow, but it might be a struggle, so don't hold your breath about that. So let's see. These are the process I do. It is just basically paint on top of these and then clean up. Basically just something like this. Not sure how the lines are supposed to go there, but this should be straightforward enough. Not bad, I guess. Maybe something like that. This is probably look good. Okay, then the next one. The eyes might be tricky for this one. This is kind of the reason why I would like to make pixel art kind of games. The graphics are just way easier to make. Although like pixel art is like creatively like more fun because you have to like be smart about how you do like the pixels. But mostly it is just that pixel art is, well, less of a grind to make. And also like being able to do gameplay is a plus. Something like that makes makes her look a little sad. It is what I want. Lately I have kind of been in the streak of making like, oh, kind of sad kind of main characters, or at least like not excited kind of main characters. But that is probably fine. Like the Grumpy kind of main character was a little iffy, but if I don't make her grumpy, then people can probably relate pretty easily. Grumpy seemed to be iffy in that department, but well, just like sad kind of character should be easy enough to relate to. Balance is somehow off. Got to move this a little bit. Yeah, now it's better. But pixel art is kinda easy to learn. Pixel art has like a couple of tricks that you need to figure out, but it is easy to get the feel like what is right and what is wrong. Then with like bigger kind of art, it's easier to like test like different things because you don't have that much to move. This will still need work. This is mostly fine, I guess. Still could use some fixes, but probably good enough for the most part. Alright. Let's get some background going for them and then see how it looks in game. Well, pixel art is nice in the sense too that it is kind of up to the viewer to like decide like what the exact parts are. You don't need to get it like exactly right, like all the details and such. You just need to make it look so that like the viewer can fill the blanks. That is probably also like something like that. Maybe more like this. Yeah, it can be like that if it is like a sleeve or something. It'd be fine. Yeah, Pixar tends to age better, I guess. But it kind of depends. Like 3D art can also age well, but you need to make it like a cartoony style then. Like something like Wind Waker doesn't exactly look bad these days. For example. It kind of depends on the style, like the realistic kind of style usually seems to struggle. I guess like the modern AAA kinda realistic style probably won't struggle too much anymore because well, the realism has kinda peaked already in a sense. Something about this bugs me though. All of this bugs me, but oh well. Let's try to scale this. 1080. And that is definitely the problem of 3D. The fact that you can pretty much pour like an infinite amount of money into it. And then it will be like a crisis or whatever. Like it won't run on any PC basically. But still it will look nice at least. Let me see, this should be -4 I guess. Let's see what happens. Okay, now they are the right size. It's not bad, I can live with this style, just well, add color for her. She needs to be a little taller, I guess. Like, well, she's sort of here, but like the idea is that she is floating. But it's not a bad style, I guess. Kinda like this. I can kind of imagine how this will work, so that's a good thing. Like visualize how the player will move and interact with things. Alright, then the big struggle, but this will probably be a struggle, so if this will be too much of a struggle, I will probably end the stream then, after trying a little bit. Like this might take quite a bit of reading the docs if things don't go well with the movement and stuff. Oh yeah, I heard too that the Starfield thing had a little bit of performance issues. Also, like I saw like somebody post a screenshot and co-host or something with some character like without a head, basically just chilling there and the head being missing and chatting with the player character. So that is prime Bethesda quality, I guess. You can pour like millions into the 3D art, but sometimes the heads just go missing, I guess. Or like you could pour money into debugging, I guess. It's probably better launch than the Cyberpunk launch at least. But that isn't setting the bar too high, to be frank. Alright, let me launch this thing and I will see like how the events work. Alright. Let me see. So this is like the debug output. And I don't feel like bothering to Google like what this means. The first is the event object. The second and third are probably mouse position, and no idea about the fourth. Event XY. Oh, it's something probably not needed. I haven't been following like too closely like how the development has been, but I would assume that it's not as rushed, but well, they probably expect the modders to fix it anyway. And yeah, like, well, when you're making like a really big game, fixing all the bugs is going to be really difficult. Well, like you would need like a ton of testers, but I guess big companies are scared of doing like really big like betas or something, because they are afraid that details will be like, well, told about the game too early, basically, like before it's actually launched. Like the press and stuff like that probably have to sign some kind of thing is like you can't like release any kind of like reviews or anything until the game is actually out. So if you do like a big beta, then it's likely that somebody will will take the news out anyway. At least like consoles these days have like updates, unlike in the NES and Super Nintendo days. Like imagine like mailing like your players like new ROM chips, basically like you open the cartridge and plug this bad boy in to actually play the game without bugs. Oh, the first part of the event thingy is probably just a pie game event thingy. Why is it lagging so much? Oh, I hope like I would probably buy more memory if I had money, because it's kinda icky like if I have enough memory to do all these things at the same time. But if the stream starts like lagging and or disconnects, then assume that is the reason. Alright, events have a type, I guess. And I should be able to just do this, I guess. Alright, let's see. Yeah. Makes sense, I guess. Kinda. It just prints numbers, but that's how it is. Yeah, do I? Maybe one day I will actually get a subscription again to watch anime. It's more than enough to watch again, but haven't had the time. Not sure if I'll have too much time anyway. Like there is this jam, and then there is finishing Ren'Py 2 before Christmas, and then there is Yuri jam, and then there is even more stuff to do. Looking forward to the Yuri jam game too, like the plans Plans are quite exciting. You know, like I like making games, so having a lot to do there like is only a good thing. The thing I don't like is pressure and not having money, but that's not the fault of game development. Oh yikes, I don't want to do that. Not even tabs. Oh, there they are. Alright. This is useful information. Yeah, well, I'll think about it. But it will be a little while until yuri jam is over, so celebration wouldn't be bad at some point, I guess. Though I did buy like before the stream, like I went to the grocery store and they had like vegan pudding for sale. So now I have like 8 like vegan puddings, so I can celebrate a little bit at least. Keydon will probably be useful. Imagine if probably something like this. I wish they sold like more like different types of vegan ice cream. It's kinda unfortunate because like the non-vegan kind of ice cream, like you have this like pack of ice cream that is like a block, like kinda like a 1 liter block of ice cream that is of like one flavor basically, and they then tend to be cheap, but vegan version only has vanilla of that. Yeah, here it's only vanilla pretty much, sadly. You can make strawberry at least by just mixing it with strawberry jam, so that works, and that is kind of good. Would be nice to just have like more flavors. Would be nice to have chocolate flavor. Like I have no idea why they are doing it, because chocolate is no-brain flavor. Like it would sell for sure. So I don't know why they aren't doing it. It's also weird because like in the summer, like there are these like small ice cream stand thingies that sell ice cream, and well, they usually only have like one vegan flavor, and for whatever reason it's always something really weird. Like why can't they just make it chocolate? Like it would sell for sure. Like like every now and then, like the fellow vampire lady has been like, hey, do you want an ice cream? And then we go to the stand and ask, and it's like, yeah, we have this really weird flavor, like, do you want it? And I'm like, nah, why can't we have chocolate? I'll just go to the grocery store and get like a chocolate ice cream. Yeah, grape sounds kind of weird for sure. Yeah, I guess you can be allergic to chocolate, so maybe that's why the weird flavors. Oh yeah, me and the fellow vampire lady once got like some kind of like peanut ice cream or something, like vegan peanut ice cream, and it was kind of weird, but it was edible at least. It was really peanutty. Like, I don't hate peanuts, but in ice cream it's kinda odd. But it was still alright at least. These are the things that at least has. Probably just the key is the thing that matters. I kind of want like a third monitor, but the motherboard doesn't have any more ports. Monitors. With so many windows. Okay, I guess this thing works then. Like now when I press like buttons, it will oh, I guess you need to be careful though what buttons you use. Arrow keys should be safe. Now I can grab the keyboard input. Let's see. There's probably a way to get the keys, but I'll just put them here for now. Copy from the terminal. Probably not the most portable item, but I'll fix it later. I'll just try to get this working without making the stream too slow. Oh, not that one, but this one. Alright, then. Yeah, this seems straightforward enough. Actually do gameplay like this. I can actually just move that there. Like I have coded some things in Pygame, so this should be doable enough. Not like too much. Mostly just things for the NES game, like the Metatile editor. Let's see. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, that's why not. Reload, please. That's why I don't like Python, because that's just a typo that like a compilable language would catch without any testing. It's fine for small things, but imagine like a million lines of code, like that kind of a game. Well, like every typo like that will break the game. But yeah, now it seems to work. Now I just put something useful into the ifs that will move the character, I guess. Now the question is how to actually move the character. It's probably just like modifying this. So if I recall correctly, you basically need to destroy the sprite and remake it, but it's fine. Well, it's basically just this, I guess. Should be something like this. First destroy the sprite and then make a new one and set the position. Oh, I guess I'll do this. It should be fine for this game because number of sprites will be might be more than 2, but usually 2. Well, depends. Usually 1, I guess, in the beginning because the ghost will be invisible. But let's ignore that for now. This is going to be kind of funky, but no. I'll just hardcode that too. Why not? Down should be plus and up should be minus. Super ugly code but it is fine. Oh, this needs to be changed too. Alright, let's see if it crashes. Why don't I see anything? Oh. Oh. That's why. I guess I could just make a better function. Yeah, let's do that, I guess. Why not? Okay. Okay. Reload. Oh, I guess I'll have to close it because it failed to create the characters at all. Will it crash now? Probably, I guess. Yep. Oh, that's because this is here. Copy paste. That should reload fine, I guess. Or I guess not. Yeah, this is going to be a struggle as I expected. And that probably means that that it is none here. Wonder why the... Oh, it does kinda say there, but it doesn't say like where it happens in Python. Oh, it does say, but it's here. Yeah, it's pretty much what I thought. We can probably just go. Maybe it can handle events before it is actually like initialized here. If that is the case, then this will fix it. Yeah. Let me see. This should be here. This should set this. Cause like the question is like if this is actually like when this is called. At least it doesn't crash now. Probably. Oh, it never initialized, I guess. That explains things. Do I need to somehow force it to actually update things? Alright. Back to Google. Manager. Right. That should be fine. No, fine. Redraw. Do I need to basically do that then? Let's try, I guess. Like this is fine and all, but like it doesn't exactly answer like questions like how you're supposed to use this. Although I can just put it here then. Let's see. Oh, it moved a little bit, but moved a little bit, but I messed up something for sure. Let's see what I messed up. And this definitely didn't work. Mute because it should call here it here. Oh, now I know why. Now I know why this is wrong for the new kind of thingy. Like, well, the list isn't empty anymore, so that's why. It all makes sense. This is also probably not the best way to do things, but at this point, like, this is all new to me, so I don't know, like, if I can figure out any way to do things, that's already a good thing. Why does moving left work, but moving right doesn't work? Okay. Well, in the beginning it was now in the right spot because it actually makes sense. You think though that this would work? Left, right, down, up. It doesn't exactly answer questions. Although I kind of messed this up, but it doesn't matter because I sorted it. But it does. Well, the short story is that, oh, it said that it is moving them the way it looks on the screen. Somehow. Well, it is kinda unfortunate work, but that's how this sometimes goes. In sort, like, I kinda know what I messed up. I messed up by making this fancy new function and not actually using it. That is the mistake. Well, but now it should work. Probably. You look at that. Look at that. It is a Ren'Py game with behind the game mechanics. Oh, you can also walk on top of these. The layers are weird. Kinda works at least. It definitely needs a ton of work, but it is kinda a start. Oh yeah, this reminds me that why I haven't made these kind of games. Like the masking of the sprites when they go behind stuff. It's going to be a thing. Once I just won't allow the character to go here, but if I had allowed the character to go here, then I would have to do quite a bit of things. This will also be a thing that I will need to do. Yeah, well, she's a ghost, but she's not a ghost. She's just not colored. She's just pale because she has been too much inside. Bench is kind of right size at least. Could be a little smaller, but it's fine, I guess. I need to move like some of these lines, by the way, or like offset the character differently, because otherwise, like, you don't want to have like this kind of things, because it makes you feel weird. Like you want to somehow not have the lines aligned. Yeah, that's a good one. Not sure if it fits the theme of this game, but I guess it could. Oh, like the counter and the kitchen sink, like those are kinda high, but maybe not. It's kinda depends on how you look at the perspective. Oh, it's fine. Here's but it kinda works at least. Like the movement thing. I guess I'll still try to figure out like how to actually like break out of this loop. Like I need a way to trigger like an event somehow, otherwise well won't be too much of a visual novel. It's probably just a matter of checking here. Let's see. If I set like a variable here, Then if I just in case edit there, but it doesn't really matter. Now let's make some kind of like really simple condition. Or just something like this. And then assume if you check it here, it should work. But there are probably other ways too, like you can probably just like somehow jump to a different label from like this code somehow, which might actually be a good idea in a way. Well, this should also work. Like you can basically do the jump here too. But probably I'll make something like make a label like, well, label gameplay that then does the jumping thing based on what the player does. I guess I'll add a debug message here just in case. Then I'll add a message here. Alright, let's see what happens. Nothing, I guess. Alright, that's not enough to get out of the loop, I see. Back to documentation, I guess. Let me actually see first what do I want to look up. Actually, kinda. The way I'm doing this probably doesn't work in the long run though, because the thing is that the engine needs to be visible anyway, like even like during the visual novel part. But now it's going to consume the events. If not none, a function that is called when an event occurs. If it returns a non value, the interaction ends, and that value is returned. Okay. So I guess you're basically supposed to, like, well, you can't have like something like with this that will end on its own. So I guess it is fine in my case, because the player will be the only one that triggers events actually. But that is fine. You would probably need like a different mechanism for other kind of games, like action games. Like in action games, like for example, if somebody pokes you with a sword, then like that would trigger like some kind of things like game over or something, for example. That would be, well, the player wouldn't have to press anything for that to happen. In other words, I'll copy this here for now. This can probably be like whatever, it doesn't matter, I guess. But if it returns something, then it, according to the documentation, it should end the gameplay sequence. Oh, let's see if it works in practice, but I kinda feel suspicious about it. Oh, that's why. Just that I never tested this. But it means that it got out of the loop. So that is good news. So that should mean that it is. Oh. What did I mess up? Why is the character there when this is visible? But alright, well, actually let's just disable that. That's weird though. Why would it suddenly break? Like the height thing is shouldn't even be related to anything, right? Like it is only used here. Well, does this even need to be looped then? That is also a question. Alright, well, more debugging. Well, I guess it doesn't run at all. What did I break? I only changed like this. And then I will basically change this. Alright, well, well, it is a mystery for sure. If I make it like this, it just should just skip the whole thing, but it doesn't. I guess it kind of works differently though, probably. No, it probably works the same. Maybe it has something to do with the redraw thingy. Oh well. This will probably take a lot of debugging because I have no idea how this works. I'll probably have to read the documentation and such, so well, we got it momentarily working, so that's something at least, but I'll figure it out on my own time outside of the stream. Probably like not the most exciting kind of content, so well. But I'll be back for another stream next week, I guess. Not sure say yet about the schedule, but I might do more than one development stream because I'll be working on this more or less. Oh, as much as I can. So hopefully there will be progress. Though I would expect that people don't want to watch a manual reading session. Also, the thing is that I don't even know which manual to read, so it's kinda iffy content. It's probably something minor, then it's just that I don't have any idea what I'm supposed to do, and it is just an accident that it worked to begin with. Yeah. But well, I'll get it working. At least like I did got decent progress done. And it's not exactly far from doing something useful. So hopefully I'll get something working either tomorrow or on Monday. But that's pretty much the timeline that ideally tomorrow, because there isn't that much time. I would like to get the sprites working and the movement working, and then probably just write the script of the game after that. It isn't exactly the most riveting kind of streaming content either. Although I guess it is necessary, like the script is so important that it needs to be done early. So not sure like if I can stream on Wednesday yet. Hopefully, but might not be the case, but we'll see. Either way, I'll schedule the stream when I know that I can do it. There are still things that are definitely streamable, like I'll work on graphics like animations and stuff, and then like improving the bigger sprites and music, I guess. Composing music is also doable, I guess, on stream. But anyway, I guess that's enough for today. Although for the stream at least, I'll try to figure out what I messed up and then go to bed after that, I guess. Oh, thank you for all the comments. Lots of comments. It was really fun. And see you next week, I guess. Bye bye. Yeah, thank you.